Hey there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Bill Kelly, 7 o'clock here on this Thursday evening. Want to give you a weather update, show you what's going on. Right now, we're looking live here from the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere outside over Center City, and there's nothing to speak of in terms of any kind of storm activity. You're good to go. If you have plans over the next hour or two, should be just fine. But we are going to be tracking the possibility of some overnight storms in our area. We bring up the United States map. Let me put up some cities so you can see where things are. And let me bring up the radar over the last 3 hours. And once again tonight, our focus is down here, Arkansas, back over to western parts of Tennessee and Kentucky. And notice the direction. Notice how this is moving to the north, but it's also kind of moving back toward our area. This is what is going to be heading our direction. Now, it will not be anywhere near as strong by the time it gets here, but it's definitely something that we are watching closely. The severe weather threat, the primary severe weather threat tonight is going to be right where I'm standing. And you see the orange, that is an enhanced risk. That's a 3 out of 5 on that scale. The yellow is the slight risk. That's a 2 out of 5. But the darker green here is a 1 out of 5, and that does include our area. And that will be mainly for the overnight tonight time frame into early tomorrow morning. So let me show you some of our cameras around the region. It's a cloudy evening. You see that also live here from the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. But it's also very warm and very sticky when you go out. You certainly notice it. But around the entire region, no storms as of yet. They are back here in parts of western PA, getting some rain around Punxsutawney, over near Pittsburgh, approaching places like State College, over into central Ohio, down into Kentucky and West Virginia. And this is the energy that we're going to watch. And you see over the last couple of hours, a couple of storms blossom, a couple of them went down. This is where we're going to be focused our energy on in terms of forecasting as we go into the overnight hours, because that is what is going to impact us. Let me show you one of our high-resolution models. Now, this model only goes out to about noon tomorrow. Okay, it's not a long-term extended model run, but it is a very high-resolution model showing you, good job right now, we got the clouds, we got the wind, dry through 11, pretty much over our entire area. I said the next couple of hours, this model has it dry completely. And we're watching some of those cells. I really don't see much developing out ahead of it. I see when that bulk of moisture gets here, that's when it's going to be active. Now, here's 1 o'clock in the morning. And I would agree with this possibility of there being some isolated strong storms passing on by, which is what, by the way, the enhanced risk is, the 1 out of 5. It means an isolated, strong to severe storm possible. 1, 2, somewhere in there, not scattered, not widespread, a 1 out of 5 on that scale. Here's a look at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, I stop it. And again, you see some of these bright colors, the reds and the orange. Heavy rainfall, frequent lightning is going to be that potential, as well as some strong gusty winds right on into the early morning tomorrow. This one, a little bit 6, 7 o'clock, has some heavy rain until about mid to late morning, and then the whole thing kicks on out of here. So our weather alert that we're focused in on is for tonight through tomorrow morning, with damaging winds and some isolated severe storms being our biggest threats that we'll have out there. Down branches, of course, the tree damage is always what concerns me, especially in the middle of the night when almost everybody's home, right? Some power outages, obviously, if you get some of those on power lines. The timing, 9 p.m. through 9 a.m. In terms of any impact for travel, this will not be a huge travel impact, with the exception if you get out early tomorrow morning. If you have a flight, some of those early ones out of PHL that take off at like 6:10, 6:15, you got to be at the airport by 5 a.m. That's where there could be some impacts for you. Likely not anything with rail and driving. Again, late tonight, but if you happen to be driving, you're somebody that goes out and you have your work starts at 5 a.m., yeah, you could possibly be impacted. But generally speaking, your commute's not impacted at that time of the morning anyway. So over the next 8 hours, the temperatures are going to kind of hang where they are, drop a little bit. We're going to remain very warm. 4 o'clock in the morning, thunderstorms are expected around the region. 66 degrees at that time. The winds will start to switch a little bit, but that's what we're looking at for the overnight time frame, watching some of those storms work through our area. And then last but not least, it's not the only thing that we are tracking this week. Another round of some stronger to severe storms possibly on Sunday. Not on weather alert now. We're going to keep our eyes on that. But the roller coaster ride that we're in, into the 70s today. We'll go 60s tomorrow. And a very little temperature spread. Probably 60 for the low, 67 for the high. Much cooler on Saturday. Back down into the 50s with clouds. And then next week, our focus is going to be on the cold and the wind. Only in the 40s on Tuesday. We should be at 60 now this time of year. And by Wednesday morning, the low itself, 32, with wind chills down into the teens. Once again, we are live here for this update at 7 o'clock. You can see that there's not much going on here from the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere as we look live. Got another hour or so until actually about another 30 minutes till the sun goes down. We will have our next newscast here on the stream and, of course, on our sister channel 57 at 8 o'clock, and then another live cut in as those storms approach and get a little bit closer here at 10 o'clock. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Kelly. Our next weather team, CBS News Philadelphia. We'll see you next time.